rich person, the friend call upon rich person, the rich person can give, and give money. What if one day that rich person now is on their bed of illness and your money can help them?
But yeah, that is true. And one of the main thing why you find that there's a lack in reciprocity in relationship is this loyalty.
Marriage, as we know, is a partnership. It's a partnership, and in a partnership, one partner cannot be benefited all the while.
And now for our featured presentation.
Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with Lee.
And yes, guys, we know we've been missing. We miss you guys. So, however, we hope you've been enjoying the videos we've been posting, guys. Yeah, we've been putting in the work, and we're trying to push out a lot more videos and to get you guys engaged, entertained, and of course, we can learn something. Now, we're gonna ask. Let me first of all welcome all our new subscribers. Yes, we have passed the 500 threshold. To God be the glory. Yes, and so we want to welcome all our new subscribers. And if you're a subscriber and you're not getting any notification, just click the notification bell. So every single time we upload a video, you will be notified. You're going to be notified half an hour before the video, and I think 10 minutes before the video premieres. All right, so always do premieres, guys. So hit the notification bell so every time we upload a video, you'll get notified. All right, and again, welcome to the family. If you haven't watched and not yet a subscriber, join the family, man. Help us to get to 1,000 subscription, and most importantly, guys, we want you to leave your comments in the comment section. Some of you are commenting, some of you don't, but we're glad that you're watching nevertheless. But it'd be good to hear from you, and of course, we just again want to say thank you for coming along. You've been there for us from day one. Those who came day 2, day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you've been there, and we appreciate you guys. All right, so tonight, this is our midweek vlog that we normally do. So we're doing what we're putting in the work, guys, and so we want to again speak to a topic that we think is relevant, and that we as couples need to look into and work on, right? And so it so happened that the other day we were watching TV Jakes, and he was talking about this word reciprocity. No, I hope I call it proper. So I went and Googled it still, which I know what the word is, but I went and Googled it, and just to get a deeper understanding of what the word actually means. So it actually means a practice, or the practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefit, and especially privileges granted by one country or organization to another. All right, so it's basically giving and exchanging things for mutual benefit. Yes, for mutual benefit. Now, we took the opportunity again, because we don't like to just talk from our own experience. We do research, and we look at some other areas of
Reciprocity.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, so we're looking at reciprocity in relationship, and we Googled, and this came up and says reciprocity in relationships is the mutual exchange of energy and support between partners. There are different types of reciprocity. Generalized reciprocity is given without expecting expecting a specific outcome. Balanced reciprocity is an equal give and take, and negative reciprocity is unequal. Is being unequal. All right, so guys, we can. What did I say now? we believe that reciprocity is very important.
Yeah, in every relationship.
Just for like when two companies coming together to form a partnership to either increase sales or to widen the brand distribution, or to widen the offerings to their customers. All right. It is important that each company come in and as I said 50-50. So whatever this company gives is for the benefit of the both company, and the other company has to bring something to the table to give. All right. So in that light, where the two companies coming together, it is for the benefit of both companies. In the same way, just like with relationship, as I was saying, TJ was talking about it. He was relating to the fact that, and it's not just about man and woman situation he was relating to, but he's talking about sometimes even parents will give a lot to children, right? And the children would grow up and they would become adults and they would achieve, and yet they don't look to give back to the parents. They don't look to hand back the benefits are the benefits that the parents placed or helped them to achieve because of the support they gave and the time they gave. Right? They're not reciprocating, not giving back to, okay, the parents are in old age now and they are going to now turn to give back. Sometimes you have children who don't do that, and sometimes you have parents who say, boy, my children are for my old age. The way that's
Their investment.
Children are investment, right? And it is sort of automatic to think that as parents, when we invest in our children, the equal response should be them reinvesting in us to give us the benefit of the time that we have invested in them, right? And so he was talking about reciprocity because he must say, oftentimes when there's no reciprocity, there is hurt, there is a feel of upset, a feel of betrayal, a feel of emptiness, because you know that you have given a whole lot, and yet it's as if nothing is coming back to you. And sometimes people say, boy, I must give without expecting anything. Yeah. But I don't know if that is what is a true statement, especially when it comes on to relationship. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. People say give and don't expect anything. There are times when I think we're all like that. But in the trueness of reciprocity, I believe that, you have one wherein you give and persons may be expecting the equal value amount, right? And whilst there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes it depends on what the situation is that we're talking to reciprocate, as you mentioned about businesses. However, there's normal reciprocity, which I think that every human being with a conscience, you understand, and a fair mindset, should know that, as they said, to whom much is given, much is
expected.
Is expected. So normal reciprocity, I would say, yeah, we give and we do, sometimes passively expecting back, and there are times when we're at the mindset that no, because for instance, normal reciprocity. All right, so out of the goodness of my heart, I may give somebody, say for instance, I'm always there for a friend, and I'm always giving if they need help, moral support, and those things, whatever. It is only natural that when your time comes to go through your series of what life chose, your season, beautiful, your season, you're expecting that reciprocity from your friend to say, all right, be there,
because you've been there
because you've been there. And that is why sometimes you have so many relationships fall out. You have good relationships that people fall out with each other because sometimes it's just the selfishness of people. You have people who always expect to be on the
On the receiving
receiving
end.
end and not taking into consideration the other person, that you may not be able, in normal reciprocity, you may not be able, say you have a friend who is more fortunate and they maybe can give you things of monetary value, but that friend now, you know, they're not expecting monetary value from you. Maybe you're a person that can counsel well, you're a person have a good ear, listening ear, and know how to motivate and all of that.
So reciprocity don't necessarily come in necessarily tangible things.
You understand? There are different forms of reciprocity. So yeah, you do have people who may say, I'm giving but I'm not expecting anything. And I find that persons who say that a lot, they are the ones who are passively expecting something. And we should be honest about it.
And I think, for example, I believe where you can give and not expect is where you go to the missions field, or as being a Christian. You know, you can give to others, somebody you don't know, even sometimes people who you know. But I believe that when you come on to a personal relationship, a one-to-one, a good friend of yours, your spouse, you understand me? There has to be reciprocity, because I believe that if the person is giving of themselves, right, and there's a time come, and sometimes you have to ask it, you know. But a time come around, as Michelle made alluded to, a reference to a rich person versus a rich person of a friend who not have it like that. And rich person, the friend call upon rich person, the rich person can give, and give money. What if one day that rich person now is on their bed of illness and their money can't help them? The person who had been receiving money from the rich person all along cannot say, oh, they have money, man, him good man, the doctor, him have money, can beat the doctor. When all that person probably would really need is somebody to talk to. You understand me? And it then brings me to this understanding. Reciprocity is not just about giving, it's about the heart condition. Because in that instance, if I really know my brethren or my friend who have the money and is given to me, I must also know that, boy, that person doesn't give because them have it and give from a real genuine place. If you don't say, boy, they know that I'm in a position of need, and them comes and lend a hand. Now me, if you don't say, boy, me receive that gift, that help, because me know the person genuinely give me, not just because them have it, but them genuinely give me, and I know, say, boy, man, them really are like this. If that person fall ill, me, I'm going to reciprocate by saying I'm going to be there for that person. There by them bedside as much as me can, because me probably have work and whatever. But I'm going to be there. If they ask to run an errand, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I remember what you did for me.
Right.
You understand me? So, all well and good, I believe as Christians, we can give without looking to receive. But I believe there comes a time when the reciprocity is important, especially in a relationship.
Yeah, and first of all, I want to apologize. My voice on a certain way. We just coming out of the flu, so I apologize for that. But yeah, that is true. And one of the main thing why you find that there's a lack in reciprocity in relationship is this loyalty. These words are around always. You know, sometimes people put value on them when the reciprocity is something that can be shown to the world, like in a big magnitude, like, oh, I've done that for him. I've helped her to be there. If it wasn't for me, he would. You understand? So then people know if they're not getting that recognition out in public, you understand, when they feel like, you understand, they want to be in the spotlight somewhat with the persons who they may have helped or may have been kind to. If they don't, they have, what I'm trying to say, they have, some persons have particular moments that they want the reciprocity to be shown, and that's not real. That is not really real, because, for instance, say you're my friend, and I've helped you. You have had your series of going through the mud, and you know, maybe I pulled string, your downtime, maybe I've pulled string, maybe I've literally came out of pocket and give you in a big way to help you to do something, and now you have come into your own and you're doing well. you know, this is now the concept of what would you say, unhealthy reciprocity, where people are expecting, okay,
Know that you make it.
now that you make it, you know, and the crowd are look, you better mention me, you know, you better say that. And it's as if you have to say it in particular words and literally sometimes voice and say, you know, so and so have helped me to be here and whatever. Well, if the person happened to remember and the environment is fitting and it comes natural, then that's healthy. But if it's a situation where the person is being put in a spot, you understand, to step out of the natural realm of, you know, of being what they're being, and you know, maybe it's just not conducive for it to be said there. It's not the appropriate place to bring up something, and the person maybe not mention the name of maybe one of the supporter or the person who have helped them and kill them dead. The person is ungrateful and the person is this. No, it's not right. That is unhealthy, because the person could be very well, you know, maybe call up the individual and bleed their heart out and express it in other ways, and you know, say, I cannot, you know, just cannot express how much I appreciate you because of what you have done. But because it's being done like privately, in private, they don't receive it because they really want the world to the public, right, instead of the person. For the you know, sometimes some persons are modest doing about know them or want it, but it's really for others to see and hear. It's not necessarily the gratitude of the person reaching home. So that is unhealthy too.
And it's and Mark, if I would feel good, I would have a problem, and I guess this speaks to the individual.
Yeah.
If you can big up those who helped you up,
you should.
But it should not be that I am your friend or I am going to feel bad if you don't big me up. You understand me? Yeah. There has to be an understanding that reciprocity don't necessarily have to be in an open show. Yeah? But when the time comes for open show, you can, but it doesn't have to be.
Or if you're approached, say for instance, the individual is approached and said, oh my God, how did you make it? Because I remember when you were going through so and so and so. And the Bible said to give honor to who it's due. You were going through so and so, and if the person is going to say, you know, God's been good, or just that, or you know, the God give me the fight, and they act as if they did not get the help. Now that is wrong, because then the person don't necessarily have to be there now, but you should give the honor. You know, the Lord has been good, and if you want to say the Lord used so and so to really bless me in a mighty full way, and
this person was by my side.
This person was by my side, right through and through. The person don't have to be there. That's behind the person's back. So the Bible did say to give honor to who it's due, and that within itself is good too. So, and vice versa, you understand? So it's good. It's good to give reciprocity to where and to who, you understand. No, it's deserved.
No, and so now as it relates to relationship, we know that a lot of persons are hurting because there is a reciprocity. All right. Listen, marriage, as we know, is a partnership. It's a partnership, and in a partnership, one partner cannot be benefited all the while. It has to be that the both parties are benefiting. I know we probably have spoken about this in some other form, but in reciprocity, it is important that there's mutual exchange.
Right.
Mutual benefiting exchange, and this thing that Reform says, it is the mutual exchange of energy and support between partners. Mutual support of energy, meaning the same amount of energy you put into the relationship is the same amount you have to put into the relationship. Why? Because at the end of the day, the exchange has to be mutual. Our friend Rena would say it's not 50-50, it's 100-100. You understand? So if you're giving 100 and the other person giving 100, then it should be mutually received and mutually benefiting. You understand me? So And it is important that each partner feels appreciated and feels that they are being that whatever is coming back to them, is really and truly good reciprocity. You understand me? I say, if you are the one if you feel like you're the one constantly giving, and again, it comes back to the fact, comes back to really and truly being honest with each other and starting properly, right? Because if it is that one party is always giving, and the other party is receiving, and becomes a comfortable state, then when the giver now wants to be with the receiver, there might be a problem on the other hand. Yeah. However, if you guys start out right from the get-go, then they'll understand that I'm giving 100, you're giving 100, and it is that something that is highlighted when there's a disagreement or whatever. But it is rather a mutual feeling, a mutual energy exchange that the both party can say, okay, my wife did this to me last week without she even knowing. We create something nice, and just for the sake of giving, not for the sake of saying, oh, because you do it for me, I do it back. No, but just for the sake of letting you know that, boy, I appreciate, even if you not mention what you did. And sometimes it's good to make mention because you want to acknowledge that, boy, what you did was really, I really appreciate it. And so I want to do something for you. And it is okay to do that.
Right.
You understand me? Once the motive is right.
Right, because, and we don't, maybe there'll be persons who will be listening and say, but that's not my love language or what have you. That is why it doesn't have to be of the same value or magnitude. No, I don't want to say that. It doesn't really have to be the equal. Like, for instance, you showed me a birthday party, right? It don't mean that, okay, I have to have a splash party back for you, but it should mean what, because my love language may be that, say my love language is receive gifts, but that's not necessarily your love language. But at the end of the day, I should know you enough, so whatsoever I'm reciprocating, you understand, it should be of the equal of amount of importance. You understand?
Because you basically go out of the way to make sure it's something me specifically.
So the energy should be in it, the thought should be in it. At the end of the day, when it's given, like you said, you should feel the love coming out of whatever you're receiving. You should feel the time that is put in and the importance of what the thing is, because that is what really matters. You understand? So it don't have to be a pen for a pen. We're basically saying, but it should be equally important and the same magnitude of energy should be given.
In other words, put some thought into it,
so the person can feel appreciated. And the bottom line is, guys, we're trying to highlight that sometimes people passively don't see things, do things,
and sometimes ignore it.
And like you said, like one person pouring in, it can also be that the other person on receiving end become complacent. They've gotten used to receiving, and oh, my husband always do this, or oh, my wife have always been this. But there comes a time where you have to like wake up. Even if that is your situation, there comes a time where you have to wake up and say, all right, so what can I do for him? You understand? And do it with joy back. You understand? And I can understand that sometimes in relationship, you say, boy, I don't have the money, and because you maybe don't have the money to do that big thing that is in your mind that you want to do, you become a little complacent and in your situation. But I believe that if we start thinking about it, you understand, and put the energy, even if you don't have the money, I mean, the way how you get worked up, excited about it and get into it, and the whole maybe, putting it together and delivering of it, you'll find out that that's what the individual want. Because in most relationship, couples just want to feel appreciated. And that is why to reciprocate is a must. Because even the person who you think that is not fussy, because a lot of persons say, try him not fussy, could care less if me do this, if me do that. It's not, it may be partly true, but not in entirety, because the other person needs to be appreciated. You just need to find out what is their love language so you can reciprocate. You understand? And perform reciprocity, because it's for any relationship to be successful and to continue healthy, it's a main ingredient as well. It is. And that is why, we're here talking about it, because we can become comfortable within our relationship, and we can get we can become comfortable knowing that, oh, me know him, me know her, she not fussy, him not fussy, which is really true. But because the individual is not fussy, you cannot allow yourself to become complacent and don't think about how to let them feel appreciated.
And there are signs that persons are feeling the lack of reciprocity. And I looked up some of the signs. It says they aren't there for you like you are there for them. Anytime your partner begins to distance or begins to feel that way, that means they're now saying what they might give, but they're not getting back from it. And you can see the action in the nonchalant behavior.
Yeah.
They're not participating in certain things. You need to ask the question, you need to check it out, right? Other signs, it says, you're the only one who puts work into the relationship. Anytime the partner feel that way, you're going to see them face. If you know them in at all, them face going to drop, the attitude, the energy, the thing will go fall.
Well, even for instance, I don't want to bring it like too much, but I can remember years ago, like, because we were going to stuff for a while, like our local financial stuff for a while, and even to the point that we would normally mostly cater for the kids, but then and what have you. And after a time, I think when you start working at this workplace now, I think that was one of your first cake, right?
Oh yes,
one of his first cake, and I think you videoed the whole everything. And
you mean at workplace?
Yeah, when the first year there, I think it was up in Corona, and cause we're going to look well financially, and me and Jordan say, you deposit it on your status before you came home, and even before we started, me and Jordan said, boy, we can't just give daddy cologne alone, I would say, oh, we're gonna do it. And I think we put our heads together, because there wasn't much fun too. We put our heads together and we do our own little thing and whatnot, and we say, can't make the workplace, because look at the face, as much as it matter, you always ask me, but I really forcing this because we can't afford it, and we don't necessarily want a cake and whatnot. And I said to Jordan and say, we have to do something. I remember if we call your mom or whatnot, because that goofy look that you had on your face when you were surprised with the thing, I say, because when Jordan said, oh, I say, him no want him something there, look on his face, and because that's the thing what we want to do.
Yeah, because is that the norm? So we say
it wasn't the norm for you, but that's the thing that we wanted to do. But because we didn't have the fun, sometimes we just said, oh, we just maybe eat something or buy cook or whatnot. We say, So from there, it's as if we start to put in a little more effort, because with Cornell, you always I don't know whether you have the money or not, you find a way, and you always that was always us. We're always surprised, and even when we're not looking for anything out of them, but I said, no man, that no, feel right, because too, you always say, oh, fussy, we have fun without and whatnot. So, but when you see it, you can't necessarily go back to what have been. So even for instance, if the person should say, boy, I don't want to fuss, no bother with the fussiness and whatnot, because we don't have it like that.
Still try.
You still need to try. Yeah. You still need to try, because sometimes the person really meant it when they said they don't want the excitement or whatever, because they don't have it. But however, the person, just that look and that feel where you get after seeing what it means to the person, you cannot just go back to being complacent. You really can't. And I've come to realize that sometimes it's not about the big money. Of course, we all would want that to just lay it out, splash and dash at our loved ones. But if you really don't have it, that funds like that, be creative. Small thing, just make sure you put the energy into it and the thought into it. And when it comes to the time now, you may load up of the person, because especially if the persons deserve it.
Yeah.
And that now should be reciprocated. Maybe not in the same magnitude as you have been saying, but just to let the person feel appreciated, it's priceless.
Another sign, I'm going to give a few of them. It says you are insecure and feel like you aren't enough. That is when somebody is not feeling
the love,
the reciprocity.
Yeah.
You make excuses for their behavior. Another one is there are more negative than positive emotions when you think about them. Now, these are the repercussions, are the emotions that somebody who's not feeling it. This is how they feel, and it comes out in the body language. So it says there are more negative than positive thoughts when you think about them. So if you are going through these emotions, then it means that you need to have a conversation with your partner, because you're not feeling the reciprocation, right? The reciprocity is not there. You are always the one apologizing. These are emotions that the person feels. You feel like you're tiptoeing around them, walking on eggshells. You're never certain about how they are feeling. This unease.
You can't live with that.
You're the only one bringing up issues with the relationship. You talk to friends about problems more than you talk to your partner about them, right? So
those are negative.
These are the negative feelings of reciprocity, right? And it's important that guys we pay attention, because the truth is, and if most of the time people are feeling like this, they don't want to talk about stuff,
and that's what brings death to the relationship. The intimacy, you understand? That's basically what brings death to the relationship. Because the day you feel better talking to other people than your significant other about things that are happening in the relationship, that's death right there, just waiting for the burial.
All right, but so in closing, let me say, all right, so we looked at the negative ones, right? I did about 10. So I'm going to find these are some positive ones that helps us in a relationship. One, encourage open communication, right? That is how to practice reciprocity in a relationship. Encourage open communication. Like, just make him know you can talk about any and everything. Why? Because when stuff reach to a point that they feel that they can't talk, it's really a bad situation. But if they know from the get-go that, listen, anything you can talk to about, and don't just say, but allow them to really express themselves and to listen. And of course, once you give a listening ear, you are able to then respond appropriately. Number two, remember to take some time. Remember to take, meaning sometimes you need support to avoid a non-reciprocal situation by taking in addition to giving. Healthy interdependence is important in a relationship. So it is good to take some time. You understand me?
Yeah, and it's true, because I know sometimes we all have, maybe not a lot, but one and two friends that they love to give, but they always give you the feeling of, no, I'm good. They're always good. And it's annoying sometimes, because you have your friends and so sometimes them not good. And you maybe just want to encourage, and sometimes you do have that word for them, but because of the puffed upness and just all right.
And as I say, it's a word, because sometimes it's not necessarily something tangible, but it's something to say, or it's a hug, or it's just a word. The word.
Or a shoulder, and just say, let it out.
Tailor reciprocity is tailor reciprocity to each individual. That's what we were saying about giving thought, putting thought into it. Don't just say one size fit all, because if you know, say, if I know Michelle love water jelly, me honestly, I'm gonna make sure I find it. Me not gonna bring her strawberry juice. You understand me? I say, and expect her to appreciate, because
as much as I would appreciate
you know what
the
money
jelly.
me spend on the strawberry juice, and look at your face. No, you know, say jelly, she love, bring her some coconut water.
Exactly.
You understand me? Next one is think long term rather than judging a single moment. That is speak for itself, because oftentimes the single moment that we place a lot of emphasis on,
choose the battles. It's like all people would say, choose a battle.
Yeah. All right.
You don't have to clamor at everything.
Right. So those are some positive ways of practicing reciprocity. I could have got through them in detail, but we hope that what we have said so far, because I don't want to regurgitate per se, but I hope what we have said so far is helpful. Right? Because reciprocity is very important in relationships. You don't want to be feeling like you're the only one giving. You must be able to receive also. And if you're not receiving, you need to talk to your partner. And that open communication helps you to do that. It doesn't mean you stay one side and know you feel in your heart and
and the truth is, we have all fall short sometimes, but it's just not to stay there. It's to catch up on ourselves, apologize, fix it, and keep it. Because it's a journey, you know?
Things that are thought-provoking and that will help you to probably identify something that you need to talk to your spouse about or a friend about. You understand me? We really and truly want to help, and that's why we have these conversations. Now, Michelle reminded me that we need to apologize for the lives that we normally would have had on us on Sunday evenings. We'll try our best to be on stream. We may not do it every single Sunday, we must admit, because church and other local engagements. But when we are going live, guys, you will be notified. Remember, just turn the notification bell and you will be notified. And for those who are looking for it, like Malik and others,
we're going to miss you too.
Yeah, we miss you guys a lot too. But as we said,
everybody, we miss you guys.
And so once you're able to go live again, we normally try and do it every Sunday. But if it's not possible, we're going to send a notification that we may not be live this week. But however, once you're going live, guys, you'll see the notification as early as possible, and we'll just come in and have a nice conversation. All right. So again, we want to thank you for watching. If you come this far, you must have enjoyed what you're hearing. Drop a like on the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Help us to get to 1,000 subscribers, and look out for some great content. We're coming with some more videos, guys. Hopefully we can, in fact, what we want to do, no promises, but we want to put out more than 2 videos a week. We're going to try our best and do that. And of course, we look forward to hearing from you. All right? So until our next live, until next upload, you're saying, God bless and see you on the other side. Oh, and of course, life is worth living. So it's best to live it through Christ and then have some fun at the same time. All right? Blessings.
And please don't let us stuck at 500 subscribers like we did at 4. Let us just keep moving right into 1,000.
Blessings.
It's yet to come. It's yet